What if you could take any channel on YouTube and analyze every single one of their thumbnails, their titles, the number of views they got, when it was posted, and also how many likes the video had? And then what if we could put all that data into an AI system that would then give us direct feedback on what makes the top 10% videos, the 10%, and therefore what videos you can make. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can use and create this AI system on make.com that will literally analyze any YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, and find recommendations based on your thumbnails, your views, your likes, your comments. Let's face it, when it comes to YouTube, data matters, and we want to look at what we call outliers. I've gained like 16,000 subscribers in the last 7 weeks, and I'm actually in Vegas, hence the hotel room in the background. And when it comes to YouTube, you want to try and find those outlier videos, and we're going to use AI here to actually do the heavy analysis for us to find out what those top 10% videos are, so you can basically get more videos in less time of a higher quality. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you build this step by step from beginning to end. So if you press the buttons I press by the end of this video, you'll be able to make an incredible AI video system. I'm Jack, and my YouTube channel, my school community, we're all about the latest AI. We're about incredible automations, and most importantly, we're about the stuff that actually works. So if you haven't already, come and grab that coffee. Mine's a bit low actually. And let's jump straight in. Now, to show how this works, we're going to use the channel Veritasium, incredible data. So all we ever do, guys, is we get the URL of the channel we want to analyze and get the data from. You head over to Airtable, and all you'll ever do in this automation is just throw it in the URL section, and that's it. Then this happens next. Okay, so check this out. This is going to be all running automatically in the background for us. But what happens here? So let's run this Apify actor, and this will start the entire automation. Now, Apify is a no-code scraper. So what Apify is going to do is head over to the channel and just grab the data. We can say we want 20 videos, we want 5, we want 3, we want all these different videos. Apify will go and get that data for us. Then what happens once that's got there? And again, don't worry, I'll explain exactly how this works step by step. This guy is saying, hey, I'm waiting for that actor scraping run to happen. Then once that's done, we grab the data from that. So we got all the information that we need. Now check this out, guys. Look, how long is the video? What's the video called? What's the channel URL? When was it posted? All this incredible information for it. Now guys, this is really cool. We actually get the entire transcript from the video. So literally everything he said. Why is that important? Well, because if he's given like $1 million or something, like that's relevant data. And the more data we have, the better analysis and decisions that we can actually make about whether or not we want to use that or not and what makes it an outlier. Then we're going to summarize the video into something crisp and clean. So for instance, let's check out what the summaries are. Avalanches are dangerous snow events triggered by various factors, blah, 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 blah. It emphasizes the importance of prevention and quick rescue. Awesome. Then what do we do? We're actually going to describe what the thumbnails are and why they matter. So check this out, guys. Like, look, what we've done here is we've trained this bar on, let's check this out, right? If I come over here, look, visual quality, design elements, text usage, human elements. This is all based on like what actually makes a good thumbnail a good thumbnail. So for instance, this may say, hey, did you know that thumbnails that have a really prominent number in it or like good contrast actually are contributing to higher views? And we can tell that based on the views you're getting and all these other data factors. So what happens? We then get this bot here to describe the image for us, and we take all of that data, the views, the age, the thumbnail description, and we throw it into a table. And guys, check this out. If I come over now, look, we're getting all this information. Check this out. Let's check out what we've got here. We've got the URL. We've got the date, so 3 months ago. We've got the transcript explaining what it does and what it's about. We've got the number of views it's got. We've got how long the video is. We've even got the thumbnail. How cool is this? Because we all know that like the thumbnail, does that look familiar? Well, it should do, right? Because it's right there. So we've got the thumbnails, we've got all this data. And then crucially, guys, look at this description for the thumbnail. Like, look at this, right? The attached YouTube thumbnail exhibits a high level of visual quality with clear, sharp image resolution. It goes on to say the backdrop features an image of Earth from space, showcasing the curvature of the planet and the sun rays, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the level of detail here in terms of text usage, the thumbnail uses minimal text, which is effective at maintaining simplicity whilst ensuring readability. The large font size and bold style of number 37 are attention grabbing and easily readable even on small screens. Guys, that is a phenomenal point because most YouTube thumbnails are not optimized for mobile. So it's literally picking apart, jabbing, and throwing the shots about what actually makes this YouTube thumbnail good or not, which is, I just think, incredible. It goes down there, extra additional information. We come down and we've got the channel. So with this information, guys, we've got an overview of the video is about, we've got a description of the thumbnail, we can even see the thumbnail, we know how long the video is, how many views it's got, and what the title is. And we've done that for 5 videos. Now, I did it for 5. In reality, you can do it for 20 or however many you like. I'm just doing it for 5. just for simplicity's sake. Now check this out. Come to this part of the process, it grabs the records, we get the data, and then we're going to analyze all of the information to create some suggestions about, based on all those individual data points, what observations can we find. Now let's just take a step back while this is working beautifully in the background for us. It's just a phenomenally, really epic automation, and if we can get clever and sophisticated with how we're using data to make better decisions, I really think it's going to be game changing, because we can analyze data at a level that I've genuinely never seen anywhere else on the internet yet. Now look at this. This is where the magic happens. It's been added to our Airtable. Let's go back over now and check to see. We come over now to suggestions. Now look at this. Let's open this up and let's see what it's got to say for us. So let's open up the full view. Now let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Recent videos on diverse topics like avalanches, mathematics, and spiders are performing well, with views ranging between 2.3 to 11.2 million. Longer videos seem to attract more views. Thumbnails with human elements or intriguing visuals perform best. Isn't that fact? Let's have a look. Is that true? Okay, so these ones are doing well. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, okay, that's interesting insight. Let's have a look at what else it's got to say. There's a consistent trend of high viewership, indicating strong audience engagement across various subjects. Now I've said to it, look, based on those 5 things, now look at this. If you have like 10, 20 videos, it's going to give you more analysis. The other thing you can do here is integrate your own strategy. So for instance, what would I do? For a viral creator prompt, what I would do is I would add a strategy about my personal channel, what my target avatar is, what my ideal customer profile is, what I make videos about. So then it can take the data from either competitors or take it from channels you admire, your own channel, and then wash it against what you're trying to do. So you get way more specific advice. I just didn't want this video to be 15 hours long, but you can get an idea of the kind of thing you can do with that. Right, now look at this. What else is it saying? Video suggestions. The hidden math behind nature's deadliest phenomena. Decoding disaster for science and survival. When numbers save lives, surprising math analysis. So you will get, guys, 3 video titles. You will get a suggested length range. You will get thumbnails ideas based on what's working. And you get 5 of them just from analyzing the data. Look at this. Split screen, ordinary subject versus microscopic structure. Person looking amazed at floating mathematical equation. Everyday items arranged to spell out. I mean, it's like, it's crazy, and you can look through, see the ones that you like, and which is why I built this with 3 different suggestions, so you can basically decide what you want. Now, with that in mind, guys, what do you actually need to run this entire automation? Well, if you're new to the channel, basically all this is built in something called make.com, which is a no-code automation platform. It basically lets us like configure different modules together that works well. We've got something called Airtable. Now, don't be intimidated by the fact we're using something called Airtable. I always describe it, as you know, it's the Google Sheets on the steroids. It's been hit the gym, it's been hit this incline bench press, and it's time to break PRs. We love Airtable. Very configurable, very adaptable, very easy to use. And again, I'll show you how that works in this video. Then we've got something called Apify. Now, Apify is like the universal no-code scraper. So let me just pull up and show what that looks like. You'll see in Apify. Now, this is going to, if you've not seen Apify before, it'll blow your mind. It's very, very, very cool. So basically, we have scrapers for anything you can imagine. We can scrape Google Maps. We can scrape websites. We can scrape Instagram. We can scrape anything we want. For the purposes of our video, we're going to scrape YouTube. Now, Apify, you have $5 worth of free scrapes every month, so you can build this automation, play around with it a little bit, see if it fits your purposes, which I'm sure it will do, because this one is like one of the most epic ones I think I've ever done. And then you get to run and have fun with it. So Apify will create an account there and bring that into the automation. The other thing that you're going to need, obviously, apart from that, is something called Zero Code Kit. Now, Zero Code Kit basically lets us parade around as coders. What it basically means is that we can have actual Python code running in a no-code environment, right? So if I show you what Zero Code Kit looks like, just so you can see, again, don't be put off by the fact that it's got like code in it. It's actually really straightforward. So you have the Zero Code Kit, you can sign up and sign in. We need to get them to change that because it doesn't make any sense. But hey, that's a different video entirely. You come down, you can grab an API key and just integrate that into the video. And basically all we do is Zero Code Kit, guys, and if you're new to the channel, essentially we just enter this script, which says, look, I'll give you a URL. Just download the script from the URL, please. And it'll do that job for us. Really, really, really cool. Then we got beautiful cloud. Again, you could use ChatGPT, you could use Claude if you want to. All we're saying with this is, look, just summarize the video. You can get Claude by heading over to Anthropic, console.anthropic.com. I'll show what that looks like real quick so you can have a quick look at it. There you go, over here. You basically sign in, you'll get like an API key, you deposit like $5 of credits, and you can bring it back over and then just connect it with Make using that API key. Really simple like that. Additionally, you want to use platform.openai.com. Again, you just deposit a few API keys. You can have a good time and create some interesting things. Really straightforward to use, just a couple of dollars on the API front, which is really epic. And essentially, guys, that is all you ever really need to get this automation running. It's very cheap. It's like a couple of cents. It's super, super easy to do. Now, with that in mind, let's actually build this one together from scratch so you can do the entire process. So we head over, and of course, guys, if you just want to import this because you think, hey, I just want to get started, all you ever do is come down to More, click on Import Blueprint, then you choose the file, you select the file, hit save, and almost by magic, it just magically appears. All the prompts, the blueprints, the agents, all this sort of stuff is available over in the School community. I'll just quickly show you what that looks like. If you're curious, you want to know how to do that, you just head over here to Every Automation, pick the video or whatever you want to do. You scroll down and all the agents are here for you to download and get started. And obviously, there's lots of videos that aren't on my YouTube channel and resources and that sort of stuff all over in the community. But you know what, guys? We're also going to build it from scratch here. So let's get this from the beginning, delete this, and start from the top. We need to start with a name. Let's give it a really cool name. Let's give it sort of like, let's go with Viral YouTube. 1 out of 3. And of course, we are nothing without our formalities. I think a good little alarm bell emoji is going to be really great here, right? Cool. So let's see what we need to start off with on this video. So we started with Airtable. It's going to watch records and Apify that's going to run for us, okay? So look, the first thing we need to do then is head over to Airtable, okay? Let's check it out. So we head over to Airtable. When you sign up, you'll see a page that looks something like this. So to create an Airtable, come down to the bottom left, click on Create, click on Start from Scratch, because hey, we want to start from the beginning. Now, the purpose of the first sheet, its only job is to take a URL and pass it along. So all I want you to do is come down here and type in channel. Yeah, we'll just call it channel, okay? Perfect, like that. Excellent. And then we need to add these to the fields. So come over, let's just double check everything that we had in our first automation, okay? So look, as you can see, URL, create time, last modified time. That's it. So look, come over here, double click on it, come down here and just type in created time. Awesome, then click, okay, sweet. Let's just rename this one actually, make sure that we know. It's always good practice to name these because they can get a little fruity sometimes. And then we're going to come down here and click on last modified time. Now, the reason why we do last modified time is because essentially we needed to understand like what was the latest thing. Like if we have 50 things in this, we don't want it to grab all 50, right? We just wanted to grab the thing that it's done. So we enter the channel, it's created time, and then it's last modified time. Awesome. And we'll call this one here channel to analyze. Awesome. Okay, cool. And of course, we need an emoji, right? Eyes, because it's analytical. Perfect. Click save. Sweet. And also, we need to give it a name, right? What did we call our actual scenario? We called it Viral YouTube. Sweet. Let's go call it that. Viral YouTube. Awesome. Perfect. Right. Now we go back over to Meg. Now, the first thing we need to do is come to this beautiful button here and type in Airtable. You can click on Watch Records. Okay. And then you'll see the thing that we picked up, right? So what do we call it? We called it Viral YouTube. Awesome. Come down, click on the base, type in Viral YouTube, and almost by magic, it has appeared. Cool. So we've got that on the table. Is going to be channel to analyze. These tables will get more as we go through. Cool. Trigger field is going to be last modified time. Limit time. We don't really need that many to be fair, so maybe we just limit this to 1 actually, because we're going to analyze 1 at a particular time. Label field. Basically, don't need to worry about that too much. But for this code, we're just going to put on channel, going to come down, and then we're going to click. Okay, awesome. And then the next thing we want to do, guys, is basically add in Apify. So come down, type in Apify, run an actor. Awesome. Okay, now we need to head over to Apify to get this really cool actor. So let's do that together, okay? Let's head over now to Apify.com. You'll see something like this. Reliable web scrapers. Fact, it is the Willy Wonka of the scraping world, and we love it. We go to console. All right, awesome. Now, what we're looking for is this one here called the Fast YouTube Channel Scraper, okay? How do you find that? Well, look, all you do, on the left-hand side, you come down to Store, okay? And just type in Fast YouTube Channel Scraper here. And you'll see this one here, Streamers YouTube Channel Scraper. Little aside, by the way, guys, you can also just get one for shorts. And again, like, if it can be scraped, there's probably something on Apify that can do it. There are alternatives, but for the purposes of this, we're just going to go with this one. So the Fast YouTube Channel Scraper. Awesome. Now, on the bottom left, you will see $5 of credit if you just create an account. Really straightforward. And all you do, guys, now look at this. You basically just enter in the URL that you want to do it here. Now, if you want to just run it like inside Apify, it's dead straightforward. You can pick the maximum number of videos. You can look at like things like, there's loads of things that you can configure. But let's just say I wanted to do, I don't know, 7 videos for this. And why don't we do my YouTube channel, huh? Would that be cool? Let's do my YouTube channel. All right, cool. Let's go home. Let's get the Jack Roberts YouTube channel. Let's head over now to Apify as a quick for instance. I type that in, and then if I just click save and start, for example, like that, it will start to run in the background. Again, I'm just showing you this for your benefit so you can get a slight sense of how Apify works for you. The actor will get the data, and then what will happen is it will then spit things out for us in the background. So look, how much did this cost us? This cost us less than a cent to run, and you can check out by preview a new tab, and this is all the data from the last 7 videos on my YouTube channel. How many views I got, when I posted them, my channel URL, number of subscribers, duration, blah, 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 blah. All the beautiful stuff that we really want to know there. Now, guys, come over here, create a task, click continue. I've already done it, so I'm not required to do that. Now, what we do crucially is click on this JSON, okay? Now, look, you can see I've specified 7 videos, all right? But if I come over to the JSON, I can come down here, I can copy all of that information, and now what I want you to do is come back over now to make. Your actor, you need to select the actor. So let's just double check and make sure which actor we had. It was streamers, YouTube channel, scraper. Cool. All right, let's do that. Streamers, YouTube channel, scraper. And then guys, just enter that in there. And then what you would do, so for instance, let me just save this. Don't worry about build, don't worry about timeout, and don't worry about memory. I'm gonna unlink these two for the moment, okay? I'm gonna click run once on this, run this module only to make sure it's working. And it's found their record. But look at this, if I come back over and I just give it, say, I don't know, my URL for instance, and I type it into channel like that, I come back over to the automation. If I run this once, you see how it grabbed that? Perfect, right? So what do? We connect those together like so. We come in to Apify, and you can see now it's got the URL. All you do is you copy that and just replace it with URL. Okay, and then get rid of this here. Sweet. Awesome. And then we click OK. Awesome. Now what we do, guys, we head over to the second part of the automation. Believe it or not, that's actually like the most complicated bit of it. So if you've done that, like, you're going to smash it, okay? So we come over here to a second automation. Of course, we are nothing without a formality. So let's come over and name it. Honestly, naming it becomes like, when you get like 50 of these, it gets crazy. You're really going to name it. Now, let's do that. Okay. First one is basically, we've entered URL. Apify scrape the data. Now what we need to do is grab that data, bring it in, and start basically cajoling it and doing the bits we need to for step 3, which is down on. Step 1 is the grab and go. Step 2 is the data. Step 3 is the analysis and the bit where you go crazy viral, and yeah, hopefully you remember us when you've got like 1 million subscribers or something. So all we're going to do now is we're going to watch actor runs like so. So what this is the second that actor finishes, I want you to go and grab it and basically tell me about it, okay? So look, we choose a hook, we click on add, and we'll give it a few seconds to load. And again, streamers, YouTube channel, scraper. Awesome. By the way, guys, I've got videos you can check out if you want to scrape comments. That's phenomenal. That's another thing you can add in, basically how deep you want to go and how long you want these videos. Because I could add in all the stuff, but hopefully I'm building these in a modular way to try and make it as helpful as possible for you so you can just kill it. Click save, click OK. The next thing we need to do is grab the data. So click on next, click on Apify once again. All right, cool. Get dataset items. This one's really simple. You're going to come over. Dataset ID. Let me come over so you can get a good look at that. Hang on a sec. Dataset ID. Cool. Just scroll down and just put default dataset ID like so. And then click OK. So shall we run this from the top? Make sure that we've got this and it makes perfect sense. Now look, I'm going to run this now in the background. This is running in the background. I'm going to head back over. What we need to do is add a URL to the Airtable. So let's go do that very quickly. Okay, cool. Copy this. Enter. Okay, sweet. Come back over now to this. Again, when you do this, it'll be running in the background perfectly. Airtable finds it. Apify runs it. How cool is that? It's almost like by magic. Except it isn't magic, is it? It's a little bit of jiggery pokery make and some cool ideas. Now, when Apify comes, it's going to come back and grab that. And by the way, guys, like, imagine if you are looking for clients to help with YouTube, if you're looking for clients for TikTok and Instagram, imagine how much of a ball move it is to say, by the way, I've analyzed the last 50 videos you've done. Here's all the trends that I'm seeing. They don't know that you've used this insane automation. All they know is you're a rock star and you're bringing the value and life is good. So look at this, get dataset items. What have we got? Look at this, guys. 1 hour and 6 minutes, beautiful video. Who's done it? The video, how many views has it got? The thumbnail URL, does the thumbnail URL work? Well, let's check out and see. Yes, it does. Oh my gosh, beautiful. We love it. Come back over, all the data a man could ever hope for. Perfect, we've done that. So now we've got the data. What is it that we need to do next? Well, we want to go now and get the transcripts from that, and then we kind of want to do a summarization, and then we want to analyze the thumbnail. So let's start with Zero Code Kit, okay? So all we do for that is click on this beautiful plus, type in Zero Code Kit. By the way, if you probably know, I'm out in Vegas. We did the Hormozy School Games winners. Thank you everybody, by the way, for supporting with that. I really appreciate you doing that. And we even had a meetup with the AI automation community. That was so cool, honestly. It was like the best thing ever to see your beautiful faces. Now look at this, Zero Code Kit. All we're gonna type down, guys, is Python, okay? And just run Python code, right? When I tell my coder friends we're running code, they're like, I don't believe it. I'm like, well, you better believe it, because that's exactly what we're doing. We come over, we've got that code. I'm going to zip over quickly now to my school community to grab all the beautiful stuff. So I am on, let's just check. Okay, for this is every automation. We scroll down a little bit. Now let's just look at some of our agents. YouTube transcript, awesome. We just click on YouTube transcript code. That'll load up. And basically just copy all the way up to here. If you want to build this yourself, basically like Claude and ChatGPT, you can ask them and tell them your purpose and start like conjoining with it. This one works really well, I found. I've tried and tested it so many times. It does not fail me. We build automations channel that don't fail and that work. That's really important. Now look, we've got the URL. What do we do? Look, you click on the URL, you go back one. Let me just come over here so you can get a really great look at it, okay? We click on that. Now basically what we're saying is go and grab the video URL. So we come down. It is, I believe, this one here, okay? Perfect. Click on that. Excellent. So basically that's now configurable, so every time Zero Code Kit runs, it will just grab a transcript from URL. So we're going to be rock and rolling and having a pip and a pop and good time. We click OK. Now Zero Code Kit will run multiple times to come and grab that. That's excellent. The next thing we want to do is summarize it. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to add in Claude. And before we add in Claude, I just very briefly say the way you connect Zero Code Kit to make is head over to zerocodekit.com. You'll see an API key, you copy that, and when you add in Zero Code Kit into the automation, you'll be prompted to, hey bro, you got an API key? Yes, you do. You grab it, you post it, and then you're ready to go. All right, cool. So let's see what we're gonna add in next then. So we're gonna add in Anthropic Claude. I like Claude. You got to like play around with which one to use. Claude for me always gives you better conversational output, and I always want to give you the thing that I think works. You know, I just think it's better. Now, as you know, Claude has released 3.5 on Sonnet. Now, you won't see it in here yet. So what we're going to do instead is click on Map. And you see you got model. Now, I'm going to show you, I'll put this down below in the description so you can use it. Basically, what we're going to do is enter this code in here. And I've got to give full credit to my beautiful community for, honestly, it's so ridiculous. Like they said that within like, I think it was something like within 20 minutes, someone had already figured out how to integrate into Make. It was outrageous. So thank you, man. I really appreciate you sharing that with the group. Now, max tokens, just put that at 4,000. Come down. Okay, cool. Now we need messages, okay? So come down to message. Your role is going to be a user. Come down to content. And then for the text, guys, we're just going to say, hey, let's analyze the video. So let's have a quick look. Cool. So the prompt is very simply, you will be provided with the transcript of a YouTube video. Your task is to carefully read and comprehend the content of that transcript. After analyzing the transcript, generate a concise summary of the key points and main ideas discussed in the video. The summary should be informative, helpful, and to the point with a maximum length of 35 words. When you just say, look, pick up the core message, pick up the stuff, cut out the fluff, be brief, be bright, be gone, use precise language. And remember, your goal is to provide a comprehensive yet succinct overview of the video's content, enabling readers to quickly grasp the core message and main takeaways. Do not repeat the title. I'll put this down there in the description for you so you can grab and go and just use this one. So look, the YouTube video transcript, what do? Well, we just enter the result from the run Python code transcript, then we click OK. Awesome. Now what do? The next thing we need to do, as you can see from our automation over here, is describe the image, okay? Now look at this. Now, the reason why I'm using ChatGPT here is it just cuts out a step. I don't have to download the file, plug the file into Anthropic Claude. I can just give it URL and it does it. I really like that for ChatGPT. So we click on plus, we come over, let's get ChatGPT. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we're gonna go for the vision. Not the Marvel characters running around defending everybody. This one's a bit cooler. And we're gonna call this one, of course, we've got to name these actually. Hang on a second. I'm getting a little carried away here. We need to get these named. I need to slow down. I'm getting a little bit too enthusiastic with this. Okay, rename. describe it. And honestly, like, you'll find, like, one of the things I often find, if you don't name them, like, you go grab a coffee, which I do a lot. I come back, I'm like, oh my goodness, what even was this automation? Seriously, look at this. Summarize video, describe image, cool. So how do we describe the image? Now check this out, right? Let me come and show you this really cool prompt. Now look, this is our YouTube thumbnail analysis bot, and you saw how good the last one was. It really like captured the essence of it. I was really impressed with that. Now look, analyze the attached YouTube thumbnail. Consider everything that you see, including non-obvious insights. We are thinking about this from the perspective of a viewer. Here are some, sorry, a prospective viewer's perspective. That's a tongue twister. Write that one down. Here are some additional considerations you may wish to consider. Oh my goodness, which? The list is not exhaustive. I like to say that because I don't want to just pick the 9 things. Like, if there's other details we haven't included, grab it and bring it back. Visual clarity, design elements, the usage of text, human elements, content representation, composition, color psychology, uniqueness, mobile optimization, emotional impact, and consistency. And obviously, we're going to different things here, like, crucially, guys, rule of thirds. So for this, like, I had an AI do research on, like, what makes a great thumbnail. And it is stuff like composition, it's contrast, it's like no more than 3 colors. It's like, that's a whole separate conversation, but you get the idea. So all you would do, guys, is basically you copy all of this beautiful document here. You're gonna come over now to make, click on this. Awesome. Now we've got the prompt, which is this. Beautiful. I'm gonna come down and then add image like so. And then it'll say image URL. Okay, now look, click on the image URL. Let me just come over here so you can get a beautiful look at that. Come down, image URL. Awesome. Now look, we find the image URL. The thumbnail URL is right there. Beautiful. Perfect. Now the model I want you to use is GPT-4o, like that. Excellent. And then we click, okay, cool. And then the final step of this is to take all the cool data we've got and throw it into Airtable. Interestingly, guys, so I was staying at like an Airbnb with a lot of the other winners from the school games, and there's like, honestly, the number of 19-year-olds who have like over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, every room I went in was a YouTube mastermind. It was absolutely ridiculous. Click on create a record. I'm gonna get a few of them come talk in the community because, like, dude, you have to come and share this stuff. It's absolutely outrageous. It's come on to viral. Let's add now a new field. So what we do is start from scratch. Hit this plus. Click on start from scratch. This one we're gonna call data, like so. All right, sweet. A little data emoji as well. Okay. Now let's think of all the stuff that we want to add to this. If I look at my previous one, for example, URL, date, transcript. Cool. Let's start with that, for instance, okay? So let's go URL, date, transcript. So click on this one, URL. Perfect. Click on write, and then just literally duplicate the field, like so. Then we've got date. Now the date's cool, and the reason I think the date's really important is because we want to add like a greater emphasis to videos that are fresher. So for example, I had a video like that did really well when I started off on YouTube on like ChatGPT hacks. It's not so much relevant anymore, right? So we don't really need to pay as much attention to those videos. So we've got transcript, we've got title. Okay, and transcript. Beautiful. And so what we'll actually do with this, guys, is we'll build in it's like a decaying value. So like the older it is, the less, I want you to pay attention to it, right? A title, get a little monocle on that. Oh my goodness, little keyboard shortcuts kicking off, which is really cool. Okay, beautiful. And guys, you just add in the data points that you want, that you think are relevant. I mean, this will get you like 95% of the way there. It's a really, really powerful start, actually. Transcript, title, the views, the duration, and the thumbnail. Okay, so check again. We'll right click on this, duplicate. We're going to go for views. We're going to duplicate this again. We're going to go for duration. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And for that, we'll go a little time emoji. And then we'll add the YouTube's thumbnail link. Now, the reason I like the YouTube thumbnail link is because, sometimes you just want to kind of do your own analysis on top of this, okay? It's like, it's amazing to get this thing. But imagine if you can say, actually, just show me what that looks like. You can kind of just like have a look at it, have a peek, and kind of get what it's saying. And I like to bring the data into Airtable when I do what I want with it after that point, okay? And then we're going to, again, duplicate this. And then I think we only got a couple more in there. The thumbnail description, and then the actual channel itself. All right, now check this out. So this is going to be thumbnail description. All right. For this one, let's have some popcorn. It's my new favorite emoji, actually, is a popcorn, to be fair with you. And I've added the channel in because if you're doing, analysis across multiple channels, it's just helpful. Now, crucially, do add these two final fields. One's going to be date, created time, like so. Okay. And as you know, guys, our beautiful, wonderful last modified time. Okay? Last modified time. Okay. I think we're cooking now. I think we're cooking with oil. Awesome. Let's go back over now. Maybe that's a bad thing. That's like a traditional English expression, but I don't think it's a good thing, actually. I'll be honest with you. We click on base. So we come over here now, guys. We got to click on base. Now, what do we call our beautiful thing? We called it viral YouTube. Sweet. Come over here. A bit of viral YouTube. All right, awesome. Then it'll load. They don't ask us which of the tabs do we want. And we'll just say, look, I want to go to the data tab, if you don't mind, kind sir. And then we've got all this stuff, guys. And look at, do you see how much of a difference the thumbnails make, dude? I have a penchant for design. I have to have the emojis in there. So start with the URL. Okay, awesome. So what is the YouTube video URL? Well, it is here. Sweet. Then when was it made? The date was, let's have a fine. 4 weeks ago. Transcript. Okay, that's going to be the summarization of the video from Claude in this case. We've got the title. In other words, what's the video called? Let me just bring this over so you can get a really great look at it, guys. Okay, we've got the title. This AI finds viral reels, then makes some blah, blah, blah. How many views did it get? Channel total views. No, that's not what we want. Oh my goodness. Duration, 1 hour and 6 minutes. YouTube thumbnail link. So let's grab that in case we want to have a quick look at it. Thumbnail URL, and then crucially the thumbnail description from the describe image, and then we click OK, and that's all our data. So I suggest let's rewind this and do it with a different channel now. So what would be a really cool channel to do? Why don't we do, I tell you, let's do Alex Hormozy, okay? Let's have a look at Alex's channel. So we click on the channel, we come on home, and then we copy this, and let's go over now to our beautiful Airtable. We're going to run this once, set it up in the background. That's okay. So let's run this. Again, don't worry about this. This will be running in the background for you. Let's go over to our data. Okay, sweet. We're going to come here, and we're going to click on enter that thing there. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to identify that that's been added. It's then going to run the act. It's going to do the analysis for us, and then if it's done its job properly, we should see these little things popping up. And then finally, crucially, guys, we should start to get some analysis in the data section about Alex's stuff. Now, it's going to be the data, not the analysis, excuse me, but the data should pop in. And then the final step is just going to be us doing the analysis. So this is now waiting for the actor to run. Also, guys, the trip was crazy. I'm still in Vegas right now, hence the hotel room. I thought I'd bring a mic just so I can jump on. I feel like I've done like no work in like the past 5 days. Do you know when you get in a flow of like making videos and having a good time and stuff? Like, it's been amazing, like, networking, having incredible conversations. But I think I've built like 3 years worth of like friendships in about 5 days. So it's been pretty wild. And I'm super glad to get back on, start making videos to share some awesome stuff with you guys. I have like a million ideas. Like, there's not enough room on my notepad right now. It's absolutely crazy. So we've got all this stuff working now in the background, which is good. We're getting the videos summarized. The images are getting described, which is perfect. So we should see that, boom, right there, perfect. Let's look at this. We are up. 2 weeks ago, Alex did a video talking about the things. Biggest business mistakes, successes is crucial for learning and growth, crystallizing knowledge for documentation, attributing success and failure to correct factors is essential. Your failures can make you rich if you write them down. How many views it got, YouTube thumbnail link, and then we've started to get some description on the thumbnail, which is awesome. Then we come back over. One little thing actually I want you to add to the description of the thumbnail is this very, very simple line at the bottom, which I added in, which is do not use Markdown, use paragraphs, okay? So let me come back over now. Let me show you. Well, it won't let me show you until it's finished running. This is just adding in all the additional videos. So look, we should be able to see 4 now. Let's have a look. Presence of faces, the person thumbnail adds a human element of potential. Close-up shot, the person felt close to the camera, making the emotions more intense, more engaging. Awesome. And if you're doing research, guys, on channels, I'd say survey a couple of these. You know, get some data, and actually, the biggest use case for it is I make this video to analyze my own for trends. So I could actually say, what is it about my channel? Because that's one of the things I did with some of the YouTube gurus. I say guru in a positive sense. They were like, what is it about this channel and stuff, and what do people want? So guys, mission accomplished. I mean, this is just so cool. This is so sick. Even if you're giving this like your clients, like imagine being able to say, dude, well, I've got your data right here. Let's just pull it up and have a look. And then we can get all the different aspects and things like that. So that's now running in the background. I think it's going to do 7 for us. And so that'll be complete, which is awesome. So the final step now is grab the data, run it through the system, and enjoy the fruits of our beautiful labor. So we come over now to the final stage of it. Now, what do we do for the final step? Okay, we're going to watch the records. We use this text aggregator. We're going to create a message, and then we're going to add it into the record. Now, very briefly, let me just quickly explain this. This is going to basically watch the data that appears, and it will just basically download all of it for us into one thing. But here's the problem. There's like a million different things. So what we need to use this text aggregator where we enter stuff like this, which is watch the records, add the date, the title, the views, the duration, the thumbnail description, and the transcript into one single output. And then we take that entire output and we throw it in to Claude or your language model of choice, and then we add it into the Airtable, okay? So let's start with watching records, and then we can add in the text aggregator module, which will become our new best friend for this automation, okay? So type in Airtable like so. All right, watch records. That's it's he who watches. This is like a Game of Thrones type of thing, okay? So type in YouTube. We got viral YouTube, which I believe is the right one. Yeah, cool. I just want to triple check because I have so many YouTube variants, it gets a bit ridiculous. And we're wanting to watch on the data side for us. Awesome. Sweet. And then we want it to grab all of them. Just like if there's a field you don't want, like don't worry about it. You just have to add it in there. Limit. I'm going to put it at 20 because maybe you want to do 20 or so. And then we click OK. Sweet. And then you're going to add in a new little button here. You're going to come over. We'll type in text. Oh, Google Sheets. No way, man. Oh, my goodness. Come down. Let's type in text. Aggregate like so. You select this one here, and then basically enter in this prompt, okay? So you've got, let me come over so you can see, okay? We've got date, which is going to be the date, which has eluded me immediately. We've got the title over here. We've got the views over here. We've got the duration. Now, guys, the reason why I've done this is to help Claude understand what's what, right? Well, it's basically a process called labeling. I'm like, this bit refers to this data point. This bit refers to that data point. So you can kind of get it. Then we've got the thumbnail description. And then we've got the transcript summary. Awesome. Okay, excellent. Then we click OK. Then we're going to add in Claude, which is our language model of choice here. So we come Claude, create a message like so. Okay, sweet. Again, we want the same model that we used last time. So let's go grab it and find out what we mapped across as. Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Awesome. Right, we click on map. Enter that in. Max tokens, 4,000. Add a message. Now, I hear what you're saying. You're saying, well, what message have I got to add, right? Well, check this out, all right? It's text. Oh, my goodness. Just added like a million things. Now, let me show you the bot for this. Viral creator. Now, look at this. I like this one a lot. Look, you're an AI bot designed to analyze video metrics and generate insights and suggestions for future content. Your task is to examine the provided data, identify trends, and offer recommendations for new videos. Here's the data you're going to get. You're going to get the data that was posted, the transcript, the title, the views, the duration, and the thumbnail description. And then here, like, we give it then instructions for its analysis, okay? Time relevance. Consider more recent videos as more relevant. Apply the K factor to all the videos' relevance. For example, a 1 month old video is more relevant than a 12 month old video. Because guess what, guys? Times change, people change. They, what they want, like what's relevant. Like, for example, I don't want a video on how to make a wheel, right? Like, it's not relevant to me. View performance. Identify videos from the highest view count. Look at common factors amongst high-performing videos. Analyze the transcript. Identify correlation in content themes and view counts. Is it the case every time I talk about these beautiful electrolytes, I go viral? I don't know, maybe it is. By the way, little side note, guys. None of this is in service of necessarily going viral. Like, it's better, I believe, to make a high degree of impact for for less people than a shallow impact for many people. So do bear that in mind. It isn't just about like going viral, but I feel that video performance can be a good indicator of what's going on. Content analysis. Analyze transcripts and titles for recurring themes, keywords, and topics. Oh, by the way, little tidbit, by the way, one of the things I asked Alex Hormozi was on YouTube is there's some advice at the moment about like, should you build like personal content? So for example, in my channel, I might do like 8 videos on AI automations, and then like a video on like, hey, this is me at the MMA gym, or this is me like drinking coffee with my dogs, or I'm doing this cool thing with my buddy, or whatever it is. So the idea is actually no. I think like his perspective was, I don't want to speak for him, but like what I got from what he said was, it's actually better to weave it in. So for instance, if you're doing, let's say you do financial advice, right? It's actually better that you say something like in your financial advice video, just weave in your personality. Like just make it like kind of about you. Like, so it's like, don't just sit there and go, I talk about finance. We said, look, like you can bring anecdotes and stories. You don't have to do exclusive videos on, hey, I'm going to the lake today. Although if you want the lake video, let me know. But you know, you get the idea. Kind of blend it in and stitch it into the fabric of your videos rather than making specific, I'm off to Spain today. Because they may love you and love Spain, but dude, they're here for your content and you can breathe and live in your content. Duration impact. Is there a relationship between video duration and view count? Determine if certain length ranges perform better than others, thumbnail effectiveness, trend identification, outline analysis, and then I specify the required outputs, right? I want like a 70-word breakdown. Just crack down the basics. Like, what's it about? You know, explain what's working well and why. Mention any outliers. For example, if I got a video that does 100x, there are some incredible tools that will say like, basically what they try to do is find YouTube channels with like low subscribers, like 3 to 5K, that have videos over 100K. Because basically what that means is that that's an unmet demand in the market. And if you did videos like that, your propensity for views go up. But again, it's not, we're not chasing the views. This is just data for you to use and think about, okay? Then I want 5 suggested videos. Oh, but I should also put this out, right? Know if there's a trend of declining or increasing views over time. And we want basically comments on consistency performance. We've got the output suggestion. So I want video suggestion, titles, 1, 2, 3, a length range, thumbnail ideas. Don't take this one too seriously, but you know, you need to experiment with like how long the videos are and what performs and what doesn't, and then repeat that for 5 to 6 videos. And remember to base your suggestions on the trends and patterns you've identified in the data. Your recommendations should aim to maximize view potential based on historical performance of similar content. So what you would do, guys, you would copy all of this. So for example, if I show you, actually, this is exactly what I've got over here, okay? Now look, I come here, I copy this, or just, you know, basically copy it from what I just showed you. Come over here to text, we enter it in, and the text we want is just literally, guys, the text from the tool. Now look, if I actually zoom out, can you see on the left how that pulses? It just means that it's connected to that module. We click OK, that's awesome, and then we're done. And then finally, the only thing we need to do, and you're literally complete, is just add the data to Airtable. So we come here, we type in Airtable like so, come down, let's have a quick look, create a record, click on the base, again it's YouTube viral, let's have a look, where are we? Viral YouTube, awesome. Now before we do that, we need to finally add in the additional data, right? So let's come over now to this and add in one further thing, start from scratch if that's cool, and then we'll call this one suggestions, and we'll give it a little diamond emoji like so. Awesome. All right, cool. And basically we want the channel, so we can basically know the analysis pertains to what channel, based on, you know, you're doing a different one, for example. And then finally, guys, this one here, just call this one analysis, and the diamond to reflect the level of data that we're getting. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Now let's come back, click on Airtable, click on the table. If it's not there, just hit the refresh button. And speaking of good value, guys, I've just launched my Instagram, where I'm going to show some behind the scenes stuff and some content that you may not find on YouTube. It's going to be rock and roll and good time, very casual, when I'm out and about having good times. I'm going to think about how I can kind of make short form, bite-sized value chunks for you guys on the go to help you level up and just rock and roll and stuff that doesn't maybe fit in long-term YouTube videos. So I'll put that in the description if you want to check that out and come and join me and say hello over there. So we've got suggestions. That's awesome. And then it'll pull up the different fields that we've got. So what we need to do briefly, okay, is run this module once. So let me just simply run. Okay, hang on a sec. Come down here, click OK. Let me just on link and run, okay? Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's searching the records. And let's have a quick look at what it's found. There you go, look, there we go, all the stuff from Alex, which is exactly what we like to see. The text aggregator, by the way, basically takes all these inputs. Can you see how it's in so many different bundles? Because that's each thing, you see? Look at that. All these different things here, all that down there, and the output is just one string. So basically all of it goes in one single message output, and then we get this to do the analysis for us. And look at this. Oh my goodness, dare I see this? Trend summary and analysis. In fact, before I show you that, let me just show you in the Airtable so you can get the full view and picture, okay? I click on the create a record because I want to make sure you get the full picture always. Okay, channel. Now look. Oh my goodness, can I see that? what we need to do actually is just let me create a new Airtable here. This is going to be create a record like so. Come over like this. Connect this in. Let's just go on viral YouTube one more time. By the way, I cannot tell you how hot Las Vegas is. Unbelievable. Honestly. I'm not wearing this jumper around about, by the way. Although I did it today, and it was a huge mistake, I must admit. So let's add the analysis in it, which can be text response. That's sweet. Click OK. Click OK there. Perfect. Right, let's auto-align that, for example. Excellent. Now, let's copy and paste all those over one more time. All right, guys, let's come here. Let's copy all the data like so. Let's cut it. What I'm doing by cutting it is I'm replicating step 2. So basically, it'll work, right? So let's just say the data's pasted in like so. Awesome. And then what do we do, guys? Let's run this one more time, okay? From the top. All right, let's grab it. Tool aggregate has done it. Anthropic is now creating and analyzing and thinking what it's going to do. And then finally, we're going to add this into our Airtable. And what we'll see in the suggestion section with this analysis, it should then show us what it thinks about Alex's videos. Look, check this out. You ready? Let's have a look. Expand. Trend summary analysis. This is for Alex. Recent videos outperform older ones, suggesting a growing channel, popularity, high-performing content, focused on practical business advice and personal development. Longer videos attract more views, indicating audience preference for in-depth content. Thumbnails with contrasting colors, concise text, and human elements perform well. Let's check that out. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, 100%, right? Interesting. Yeah, because if you check it out, like, you can actually see when you look at these, like, different themes of what happens there. Video suggestions, it gives us some different, again, like the context for suggestions always gets better the more data that you give it, and thumbnail ideas, and it basically builds the thumbnail ideas based on all the different content that you see all the way throughout the video and the channel. And you can go back, the more videos you do, I just did 7 just to make it easy peasy, but you can add 20, as many as you want, and basically get that incredible data. So guys, you just created an incredible analysis bot to look through everything on YouTube. That about covers everything for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. But in any case, guys, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video.